Hello, this is experiment number 5. The aim is to create the application load balancer. Objective was to understand the architecture and working of application load balancer to learn how to distribute incoming application traffic across multiple instances, to configure the target group and verify the load balancing by accessing the application via DNS name. Software we are using is AWS Console. We are running two EC2 instances with a web server for testing the load balancer DNS. Here, theory is given about the load balancing, key components of load balancing, and the routing algorithm. Here, the procedure is given for the experiment, and we need to fill the observation table based on the given procedure. So, to perform this experiment, first we need to open the AWS Web Services and sign in to the console. After signing in, select the region as Asia Pacific Mumbai. So the first step is to set up the instances. First, we need to launch the two EC2 instances in different availability zones within the same VPC. So to create the EC2 instances, select for the EC2. On the EC2 dashboard, select the instances and click on the launch instances. Give name to the instance as server 1. Select the OS, Amazon Linux. We don't need a key pair here. At the network setting, allows HTTP traffic from the internet. And launch instance. Proceed without key pair. Leave the instances. So first instance is created successfully and it is in the running state. For the particular experiment, we need two instances. So create a second instance as server 2. Select the application as Linux. Allow HTTP traffic from the internet and launch the instance. We don't need the key pair here also. View the instances. So we have successfully created the two instances. Now the second step is to install a web server on both the instances and the modify instance index.html file on each server to display the unique message. So we need to connect both the instances for the server 1. Give the commands. So we are giving the command that's used to connect the EC2 instances securely using SSH. These commands update all the system packages to the latest version. Also, it installs the Apache Web Server to host a website, and this server starts running automatically whenever the instance is restarted. So, hello one from server 1. The instance is connected successfully. To create a web page, go to the server 1 instance, copy the IPv4 address, go to the browser, This creates a single web page to identify the first server. Each EC2 instance is configured with a web server and a unique response. So when the load balancer distributes traffic, we can visually verify which instance handles the request. For the second instance, the similar process is there. We are giving commands to connect the second instance, to install the Apache Web Server, to start the server automatically whenever the instance is restarted. These commands navigate to the default web hosting directory, and this is where the website files are stored. Second install is connected successfully. Then we are going to create a web page. Go to the second server, paste the IPv4 address on the browser. This is done in the second instance to differentiate servers during the load balancing. The next step is to create the target groups. So in the EC2 dashboard, go to the target groups. Click on create target groups. Select target type as a instances. Give name servers. Select HTTP protocol with 80 port. IP address is IPv4. Next. On the next screen, select your web servers instances and click include as pending below, and then click create target groups. Create target groups. Then the next step is creating the application load balancer. Again, go to the load balancer, create load balancer, and provide a name. Application load balancer, create, provide a name, set scheme to internet facing, select at least two availability zones, select the target group servers, which we have created earlier, and then create load balancer. We have created a load balancer with the internet facing scheme, selected two availability zones, HTTP as a protocol. Okay. Wait for status to be active. When the load balancer status is active, it is ready to receive the traffic. Copy the DNS name, paste it in browser, HTTPS. Hello from server 1. When I refresh it, hello from server 2. When I refresh the page multiple times, the response changes from server 1 to server 2. Application load balancer distributes incoming traffic across multiple EC2 instances. In the application table, application balancer name, we have given it as a load. Copy the application load balancer's DNS. Target group name, servers. Number of healthy targets, 2. Server 1 and server 2. Successfully toggles between server 1 and server 2. It basically distributes the incoming traffic across the instances. Through this experiment, we successfully deploy an application load balancer. By observing the health check status, we confirm that the load balancer ensures reliability by only routing traffic to functional targets. This is all about the experiment number 5.